right, we have breaking news coming in right now, viewers. Prime Minister Modi has landed in Croatia after his visit to Canada for the G7 summit. And there you have the Prime Minister being greeted upon his arrival there. Prime Minister Narendra Modi received by the Croatian Prime Minister Andrej Plenković at Zagreb. And that's the breaking news we have right now. Live visuals coming, the latest visuals coming in fact, from Croatia. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the first Indian Prime Minister to visit the country, to visit Croatia. And it's a historic visit to Croatia, of course. The first time an Indian Prime Minister has visited the Balkan nation. And of course, he will be holding talks with the Croatian President Zoran Milanovic as well, and Prime Minister Andrej Plenković. Senior Executive Editor Abhishek Kapoor joins us live in the broadcast from Abhishek. Of course, it's a historic visit to Croatia. Tell us more about the significance of this visit.
The significance, of course, is about the first time in the history of Croatia an Indian Prime Minister is visiting. From its earlier, of course, it was part of the Yugoslav Republic, but it became independent in 1991. And so if you look at it, about 35 years in its independent history, and no Indian Prime Minister has visited. So Prime Minister Modi, like he has done in so many geographies, many countries, becoming the first Prime Minister visiting for the first time in 3 decades, 4 decades, like he did in the case of Cyprus, visiting for the first time, 25. So that's significance number one. Significance number two, it's a European country, part of the European Union, it's part of the Eurozone, it's part of the Schengen area, it's part of the NATO, and for all these, memberships and alliances, India's presence has to be there and was not there at this top level, so that gap is plugged. So that's significance number. And significance number three, of course, is that in the geopolitical churn we are seeing in the present with the war in Europe, with the war in the Middle East, I think engaging with this important geography gains that much more importance. So Prime Minister, even if it's for a few hours, Croatia, in fact, that the Prime Minister being the airport itself also underscores that seriously and giving due importance. The fact that Croatia was part of the former Yugoslav Republic, and so the people ties are significant from past. The fact that there is a university, in fact, in the capital of Croatia, has an independent department of Indology, so that cultural presence is there. And of course, the fact that India is astutely building an alternate to Chinese BRI with, of course, like-minded, which is in the Middle East, Europe, so the fact that the geography there, it abuts the Adriatic Sea and Slovenia, and all those things taken.
Right, Abhishek, thank you so much for joining us with details coming in on that story. So those are the latest visuals coming in from Croatia. The Prime Minister, of course, is the first Indian Prime Minister to visit this European country. Remember, it's very important as far as this visit is concerned. Croatia, of course, is an EU and a NATO member, key European partner for India in a changing global security landscape. And of course, there are going to be bilateral talks and agreements, and there's a lot of investment as far as Croatia is concerned. So strengthening of bilateral ties and focus on trade, technology and cultural exchange will also be on agenda. All right,